For billions of years, it has watched us in silence. Every civilization, every war, every love story has unfolded beneath the exact same glowing moon. It stabilizes our planet and controls our tides. It feels permanent, untouchable. But imagine looking up tonight, and something feels wrong. The moon appears slightly larger than it did yesterday, just enough to make your stomach tighten. Astronomers around the world point their telescopes upward. Every calculation points to the same impossible conclusion. The moon has changed its orbit. It is no longer drifting away from space. It is falling toward us. There are only days left before the greatest collision in the history of our planet. For the first time, humanity shares a single, inescapable expiration date. The first 24 hours are filled with absolute disbelief. Governments scramble and timelines flood with rumors, but the reality soon becomes visible to the naked eye. The heavens are moving toward us. This graphic shows the staggering math of the threat. The moon weighs over 73 quintillion tons. Next to an object that massive, the combined explosive yield of every nuclear weapon ever built wouldn't even register as a spark. Deflection is mathematically impossible. With nowhere to run, the sky becomes the countdown clock. Night after night, the craters and dark lava plains grow larger, completely dominating the horizon. Humans are used to engineering their way out of crises, but the approaching rock forces a terrifying realization. Some endings cannot be negotiated. Before the moon ever touches the ground, its gravity begins breaking Earth apart. Normally, that gravitational pull gently tugs at our oceans, creating the predictable tides that shape coastlines and marine ecosystems. This diagram illustrates the inverse square law of gravity. As the distance between the moon and Earth halves, the gravitational pull multiplies exponentially. As the moon closes the gap, ordinary tides are pulled far beyond their normal limits. The oceans stop rising gently and begin climbing like mountains. Thousands of these walls of water race across the globe simultaneously, swallowing entire continents. Entire beaches disappear. Ports flood without warning. Major coastal hubs in cities like London, Tokyo, and New York vanish beneath endless waves long before the moon arrives. Earth's life-giving water systems have been turned against us, acting as the first wave of planetary breakdown. The destruction quickly moves inland. The moon's escalating gravity now actively stretches the solid rock of Earth's crust. Deep underground, enormous pressure builds inside tectonic plates. Fault lines split open across entire countries, triggering earthquakes that level mountains and reshape the continents. As the crust fractures, trapped subterranean pressure finds an exit. Dormant supervolcanoes, like the massive caldera beneath Yellowstone, awaken and erupt almost simultaneously. The entire ring of fire explodes. Plumes of ash climb tens of miles, choking out the sun and plunging the world into permanent twilight. The final illusion of safety has shattered. With the ground itself coming apart, there is no stable ground left to flee to. On the final day, gravity becomes entirely unpredictable. Satellites drop from orbit, GPS networks fail, and violent winds circle the planet as the atmosphere itself is ripped away. Looking at this model, we see what happens when the moon crosses the Roche limit. At this distance, Earth's gravitational pull becomes stronger than the forces holding the moon together. The structural integrity of the lunar surface simply fails. Enormous chunks rip away. Rivers of glowing rock and colossal moon fragments pour into space, raining down on Earth in a blinding, world-ending meteor shower. And then, the final impact. The collision releases more power than billions of the largest nuclear weapons detonating at the exact same instant. The crust vaporizes, shockwaves liquefy mountain ranges, and the oceans instantly flash into superheated steam. Nothing living survives. This collision results in a complete sterilization that resets Earth into a churning ocean of molten rock. Over thousands of years, the molten remains begin to cool. The shattered fragments of Earth and the moon fall into a glowing ring around our scarred world, eventually gathering to birth a new moon. The scientific irony is that this violent collision mirrors our actual past. It is exactly how researchers believe our moon was formed 4 billion years ago. But thankfully, this graphic shows our actual reality. The moon is currently drifting away from us at a rate of 3.8 centimeters every single year. That ancient partner is one of the reasons Earth remains stable enough for complex life to exist at all, regulating our rotation and our climate. Our existence relies on this fragile cosmic balance. This silent guardian remains a witness to every chapter of humanity, watching over the only home we have ever known.